have with me my resident assistant, Miss Tofu. She'll be helping me out today. I don't know if you can hear her sniffing. Anyways, hi people. Today we're going to be talking about a bit of a heavy subject. It's one that has been plaguing internet e-celebs and streamers recently. It's deepfake prawn. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the actual word on YouTube, so I'm just gonna avoid it. So this is a bit of a TW trigger warning if you are sensitive to subjects like sexual assault, sexual harassment. We're also going to be briefly talking about stalking. You know, if you're sensitive to any of that, then maybe click off the video because we will be discussing some of those things briefly. So first we're going to be starting off with the Valkyrie situation. So I opened up Twitter and I was very confused when I saw her tweet out about her fans being involved in a deepfake prawn thing. I don't know that she wants this to, since this does involve her community and their likeness, I don't know if she wants this to be a lot of attention on this, even though girl, ain't nobody gonna watch this video. But I don't know if she wants anyone more to talk about it, but I'm just gonna cover it briefly. So basically, like I said, her fans' likeness were used in deepfake prawn. And that brought me back to the Atrioc situation happened a few months back, where he was streaming and he alt-tabbed and for a split second showed a deepfake prawn website. It led to him having this whole stream where he was crying and he was coming to terms with the fact that he was had an issue basically where he would, it was kind of messed up, he was viewing his friends and their likeness and them being involved in non-consensual sex work. It was just really, it was weird, okay? So he's stepped back from streaming and is trying to make amends and get help, which is good, okay? As long as you recognize the problem and are willing to fix it and go through the actions to fix it, that is good. Still very creepy, but it's good. It's a step, okay? It's better than probably most people. The website was also taken down, which was really great. And also, if you aren't familiar with who Atrioc is, he's a streamer. I think he did I believe he did Marketing Mondays. I think that's what he was famous for, was Marketing Mondays. And I think he had an affiliation with Ludwig and people like that. I think he was friends with Ludwig. So yeah, I don't know, it's just really weird because Ludwig's girlfriend was on that website. It's a weird situation. Now the website, like I said, was taken down, but female streamers are still being harmed in the process of all of this, and they always have been. It feels like it's just an ever-evolving thing to see how messed up the treatment of female streamers can get. They're always facing the brunt of sexual harassment, stalking, and crazy situations like this one. I know there is several female streamers who have I don't want to say famous stalkers, but very well-known stalkers who they've gone to the police, and the police basically will not help them. So now they have to have security and a bunch of cameras around their house. It's super creepy because there's whole Twitter threads about these stalkers who were coming up to kill them. I think someone almost got killed. I don't know, and people in the past have been killed by stalkers. So I know there was another stalker who waited for and streamed themselves for 30 days or something, waiting at the PO box. So one of the female streamers, waiting for her to come so that he could. It was just, it's so messed up, and the police won't do anything because police famously do not care about sexual assault, sexual harassment victims. They don't care about women, okay? It's in the system for them to just literally not care. It also brings up the Pokimane situation recently. I just feel like there's so many situations recently where female streamers have just been back to back being hit. And the Pokimane situation is another really creepy one where someone who was close to her that she worked with faked a relationship with her to get her fans to basically send him nude photos, but luckily they catched onto this and they were like, this is a little weird. And so they got into touch with Pokimane, and then like legally it's being taken care of now, so that's great. But like, it's just, these people are just so messed up. Like, it'll be the person who was like right next to you, who you would least expect to be doing stuff like this, and then they're just out here boldly. It just sucks because this behavior is so rooted in the patriarchy, and it's, at this point, it's been a part of our society and the way we think about things. Even, you know, women think about it in the same way a lot of the times. You know, they still have the same sexist ideologies, and it's so deeply rooted into the way that we think about others that it's just like a lot of things that are wrong with our society. It's just, I don't know that it'll ever be gotten rid of, which is like so sad, because I, you know, am a female content creator, and I'm kind of, in that regard, I'm kind of glad that I'm not as big, because if I were big, then I don't know, that's something I've had to think about. Like, if I were to get big or bigger, like, would I have to deal with this? I don't know. It's a scary reality to think that like you may have to deal with this. Even if you're not a streamer, regular people obviously face situations like this all the time. Regular people have stalkers. You don't have to be popular to have a stalker. So I'm gonna talk about deepfakes, and like, should they exist in the first place? So we recently went over AI in the last video. This kind of goes with that, you know? Deepfakes are a form of AI, basically, where you can like put someone else's likeness onto someone else's body and make it seem, a lot of times, very realistically, like they are the one who is in that scene or is doing that thing. It's very, to me, in the way that I've seen it, it's not really used in a good way. I looked up like, what are the good parts of deepfakes, and people were like, it gets you closer to the ones who have passed, and I was like, what? It just didn't seem like a legitimate reason for it to be existing. I was like, what is this? How does this benefit society? Why does this exist? Because the only times I've seen this is either for memes or to just antagonize someone that's like popular or something. Like, it doesn't seem like it has very much of a use outside of just ruining people's lives. And I feel like it's kind of dangerous. Maybe I'm turning into a boomer or something, where I just think technology is gonna kill us or something. But oh my god, I see the boomer mentality, and I'm like nowhere near being a boomer, but like, I see how you could think that way. Is this how people felt when the television was invented? Is this how they felt? Like the television was gonna like eat them alive or something? AI in general seems like it can have some sort of benefit to our society, obviously, but deepfakes is just a section of AI that I just really don't think needs to exist. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, maybe there is some sort of benefit, but I just think so far it's just been used dangerously, and there's not a lot of laws surrounding it yet. So it's just, whenever situations like this arrive, it just makes it even harder to combat, and it makes it easier for people who want to do things like this to innocent people in Valkyrie's community or anybody's community. It's just so messed up. But let me know what you guys think about deepfakes. Should they exist? Should they not? I don't know. It just seems icky to me. But, okay, bye.